We are seeing a past life. Are you willing to travel this with us in this moment?
Of course.
You had to carry your son on your back. You were not able to leave him. He was dependent on you, like a papoose would be to its mother. Only your child was not a baby. It was more like 4 or 5 years old. It was still relatively small, and you carried this child in a sack on your back with its head sticking out so it could look around and breathe, sort of like a knapsack on your back.
Mm-hmm.
And you were walking very slowly, very strained, very burdened by your responsibility to this child. You love this child greatly and with all your heart, but you are also feeling quite obligated to the son, which is your son now, who you have spoken about.
Okay.
And you, for the way the times were, in the environment that we are seeing, which is of olden days, there were no places or people to care for such children. We feel your son was incapacitated and was a cripple
Mm.
and could not walk for himself. And children in these days, no one wanted to care for the children were in part born to take care of their parents when they were strong enough to do so.
Mm-hmm.
So if a child was born with a trouble such as this, he was considered not helpful in the long run. You understand?
Yes.
More of a burden.
Mm-hmm.
And with regret and due to a more practical, hardened way of life, people had to make hard choices. They often would abandon these children and move on. Or were not even places to take the children to have the churches look after them and have them adopted by others. Such institutions did not exist yet. And so you carried this child with you every step of your way. You said, I will not give up on my son. I will not leave him. And he continued to grow and thrive because you fed him sometimes even without your own eating. And he grew, but he still could not walk. And your sack got heavier and heavier on your back. Until one day you could walk no more. And the two of you embraced. You held your son close. And you prayed for death to overcome you. And God took you away swiftly and easily and quickly, both of you in his arms.
Mm. Mm.
It is a sad but beautiful story, is it not?
Yes. It
What does
is.
it bring up within you?
It reminds me of my son now. I'm doing the same
We would
thing,
say
aren't
to
I?
you, you are carrying the same promise to him that you carried to him in this life from so long ago. And you are here to no longer carry this promise. Promise is that you will always love him, but he is not crippled by an accident. He's not crippled by his medication. He is here to learn in some way to walk for himself and to help him to know he does not need you in the way that you believe him to.
Right.
One moment, please. There will be a shifting that is needed on your part to help your son shift as well.
Okay.
And that is a large part of what this life is here to teach both of you, that you are not responsible for him any longer, and he is not dependent on you any longer. How you choose to live this life lesson, how he chooses to live this life lesson, are independent choices that you each must make. For you cannot demand he respond in a certain way. It may take more than one lifetime for him to learn to come into this sense of well-being and empowerment for himself. But if you were to continue to hold him close to you, allowing him to burden you, you would bring him into your next life as well. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
It is not wrong what you have done. It is love. But you are here to learn how to heal and grow forward.
Mm-hmm.
And he is here to do the same.
Yeah.
And your husband awaits for you to release him, your son, so that the three of you can be free.
Mm-hmm.
This is up to you, my dear, to begin the
Yeah.
process.
Right.
And you must remember you are not his life force, his life source, his breath. And it is up to him to begin to live this life, however he chooses to do so.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever he chooses will help him in the next life, where he will learn from it in his life review.
Mm-hmm.
He will not be admonished, but he will learn. And each step he takes forward will be greater strength in living the next one. I hope this helps you.
Yes, it does quite a bit. Thank you. It confirms what I've felt we had to do all along, but I needed to hear it.
There are ways to go about this. There are people that can help you. There are institutions, there are organizations. There are many resources. You do not have to try to do it all by yourself. And you may need some assistance as well, emotionally, from others who have felt the same pain as you,
Mm-hmm.
who can
Yeah.
walk you through it and talk you through it.
I've kind of tried a lot of resources, but I haven't gotten anywhere yet. So I'm hoping something will come along.
There is an organization called Codependence No More. They may
Mm-hmm.
have some resources for you. It may not be their actual organization, but something that is a little bit more tailored for your particular needs
Okay.
and helping. For there, to be honest, are quite many who are in your position for all sorts of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So we leave you with God's love and blessing in your life. And we look forward to speaking with you again.
Thank you.
Hey there.
Hello there.
I hear what is said, but I don't try to interfere with it. And I'm always impressed with what they say. And I hope it was helpful for you. I won't discuss it too much because I feel like doing that sort of takes away the magic.
Right.
But I just want to check in with you and make sure you're okay and see if it was helpful for you.
Yes, it was. It was helpful. I've got a little bit of a road ahead, but I I think I feel a little more equipped to
Good.
deal with it.
Good. Was it helpful to hear about your past life?
Yes, because I'm really fascinated by my past lives, and I feel somehow connected to my past lives in this life. I feel I get a lot of, I don't know, memories or feelings, and I think that's where it's stemming from. But yes, it was very helpful. Very
Good.
helpful.
Good. Did it feel, just curious, because they're just starting to do the past life stuff with me, and I think it's powerful. But I wondered, did you relate to it? Did it sort of feel familiar to you?
Yes, that's the amazing part, is that it totally resonated with me. Especially when they said that I lived as an ascetic, I it just totally relate to it. And carrying my son and, all of that, just, yeah, totally makes sense. That's when the tears came, when you told me about that lifetime with my son. That's when the tears came.
It's impressive to me how we bring these, I'm going to call them misunderstandings, with us from one life to the next. And that's what we're here to heal. It's not that we did wrong to have carried our son. It's that we misunderstood. It's what we had to do. And a
Yeah.
misunderstanding or misbelief came from it. And now
Mhm.
we're here to release it.
Yes, yes, yeah,
It's really kind of incredible.
it really is. It really is. It really is.
So thank you for your time today, Doreen, and having a
Oh,
reading.
thank
And
you, Gail.
you're welcome.